Tanya Hilts from Cloud Business Services and Tanya's Bookkeepers Bootcamp. Um, I've been asked to speak about how do I stay on the CRA's good side when it comes to payroll. Yeah, that's something that's real interesting, and thankfully, I've got a lot of years of CRA experience in audit, so I'm perfect person to answer some of this stuff. So let's be honest, nobody wakes up and excited to deal with payroll. I know I don't. That's why I get Sandra to do it. But here's the thing. Payroll is one area where you really want to get it right. Your CRA reviews and audits, payroll is the worst because you're dealing with somebody else's money, not just CRA's money, but the employee's money as well. So there's a lot of reasons why they really want to keep people accountable for this with the trust audits and trust reviews and staying on their good side. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's about being consistent, accurate, and on time. So the CRA expects every employer to handle payroll, in a few ways. Register for the payroll account before your first run. So if we can get to those clients ahead of time to let them know, hey, don't do this without talking to us. Deduct the income tax, CPP, and EI. Make sure if somebody says that, no, they're CPP exempt, do you have the proper form? Are they over the age? Do you have the proper form? CP 70, I believe it is. If they are exempt from EI, make sure that they are, not dealing at arm's length. If they are dealing, if they are an immediate family member, get a ruling because paying EI doesn't mean that they're going to get it. This is unnecessary money. And now when you have to go and redo the T4s and try and get money back for the client, it just messes things up. So do things proper. Try and get the clients to talk to you ahead of time. I tell all my clients and prospects that I speak to that with us, the one rule, if they do not listen, that will get them fired without hesitation is do not ask for forgiveness, ask for permission. Permission is free. Permission is just going to be letting them know how they can do this the best way. Forgiveness is going to cost them their time to fix it or a lot of money to get me to fix it. Um, Remit those amounts. Make sure that those clients know here's when the remittances are due, and this is not their money, so they should not mess around. There are some pretty big penalties that will come with this. Keep the record organized, pay stubs, T4s, ROEs, all of that. And make sure that everybody knows their responsibilities. It's think of it like showing your work in math class. It can clearly show how you got to your numbers, and then you're already, halfway to compliance just by simply showing that. Most payroll issues I see are not from bad intentions. They're from somebody trying to juggle too much. A few common ones: forgetting to register for payroll before paying employees, mixing up contractors and employees. There's a great CRA resource where you can go check, are they an employee or are they a contractor? Missing remittance deadlines, not updating deductions when wages or benefits change. And oh my goodness, there was just one that I had on my mind and I can't remember what it was. Um, oh yeah, um, the most simple one. Do not tell people that they can hire somebody and pay them under the table for a couple of days to test them out. They need to put them on payroll properly. Each of these can lead to CRA penalties or audits, not because they're to get you, but because payroll is one of the biggest trust areas in business. So how to stay on their good side. Don't get stressed about it. Just get into those easy habits. Automate payroll and remittance schedule using Wagepoint is perfect because Wagepoint takes the money and the deductions and pays it to CRA. So that is one big headache gone right there. Review the deductions monthly to make sure they're still accurate and do a December check before the last pay run of the year. Is there any adjustments that need to be made? Run it then. That's going to keep your peer reviews down. Use this CRA's payroll deductions online calculator, PDOC. If you're ever unsure, you can check with there. And whenever you're in doubt, if you're a small business owner, ask your bookkeeper or accountant before guessing. If you're a bookkeeper watching this, you know what? No, reach out. We have resources. The NPI, your National Payroll Institute, CRA, the resources are there. Never assume. And the best payroll systems that I've seen, they're not fancy, but they're consistent. Build good habits now, and compliance will become second nature. I hope that tip does you well. Thanks. Bye all.